Yo, what's happening, people? What's happening? Still getting set up here. But yeah, we're getting started. Let me tweet this out and all that. Stream Elements bot is also running. Thank you, Stream Elements bot. You're a good guy. Let's voice smooth as butter. It scared me to half to death. I apologize. I'll try to sound more obnoxious and annoying next time, I think, right? There we go. Hello, 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 hello. Let me. Oh wait, there we go. I have two because I stream on here and Twitch. A little bit of both, a little bit of everything, everywhere we go, right? So they expected you to start speaking randomly. I was like, huh, who? There you go. I need to get my energy drinks in me. Nani, what's up? What's up? What's happening? Boy, oh boy, people, do we got some sussy material going on today. We got some things happening. All right. Stuff is double dip streaming. Exactly. You know, the thing is that, so Greg, you've been here for like every stream. And frankly, streaming started working really well, and it's been going pretty good. So I want to keep that momentum going. Do a little bit here, a little bit there. You know, just keep that ball rolling, right? Because I'm trying to test out these platforms, see how it goes everywhere, all that. Nani's doing that vibe, the self-care shit. For real, for real. You know, on one hand, EDP is a terrible human being. On the other hand, he's a terrible human being. But I can profit off of how ridiculous and horrid he is. So I will do that. So that is what's happening. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. But what's happening to the YouTube peeps? What's happening, everybody? I hope you're all doing lovely. I need something that's more energetic than lo-fi hip-hop. Am I right? Or am I right? Exactly, Cassandra. On one hand, he should be in jail. On the other hand, content. Is this about the new Twitter stuff? So this is about a video he put up recently. We'll go over some of the items he has listed on his site. We'll see how much time I have for a little bit of everything today. There's a lot there. Let's see. But there is some tea to spill. I'll also share, let me actually change the title of the stream because of this other tea. Because it is funny. There we go. I'm gonna update the title of the stream. EDP must be stopped, and Mizkiff is back. We'll probably only touch on Mizkiff for a little bit later, but it is worth mentioning. So there's that. So hello, as everybody trickles in from the YouTube algo here into the Diesel chat. What's good, Mr. Gamer? Simply vibing. EDP Pedo is at it again. I found a game you made on Switch, and if you didn't make it, there's a group of your people somewhere. I did not make a game on Switch. That did not happen. Did you hear about the Nikocado losing weight? Of course I heard about Nikocado losing weight. I'm somewhat of a Nikocado lore expert. It was called Anime Goblin Hentai. I don't think they had that on Switch. They didn't have that on Switch. That wasn't happening. What is this? Infernal Chaos? Yes, I am live again. Because I like being exhausted. Honestly, the parasocial nature we got going here, it's good for my mental health, you know? So I appreciate the streams. But you're all here for the tea. So let's get into the tea, shall we? So a tweet today talking about EDP and how he called trans people child predators with the high IQ play of being outed as a child predator before the transphobic comments. Yeah, that's what we're addressing today. That's what we're looking at today, Natty. That's what's happening. Here we go. We're on the site for EDP. Why is my Twitch chat so low now, or my YouTube chat so low? What is this? Why is it change this? This needs to be moved. There we go. Right about there. Seems good. Sorry, I was wrong. It's Japanese hentai goblins. Hey, Diesel, why are you streaming so early, man? SMH my head. I don't know about you, but it is 10 p.m. here on the East Coast. That's a great question. That's a great statement, Eve. Make sure to buy Mana Potion coffee, all right, at the link provided. If you need some coffee that's fair trade, biodegradable, okay, eco-friendly, and also tastes very good, then you should buy my coffee, okay? And again, I do ship all of it, so when you order the coffee, it creates work for me to have to fulfill. So, you know, if you want to do that, go do it. But aside from that, let's talk EDP. All right. So EDP, yes, has put out a video about how we must protect our kids. So if you've been following the EDP saga, a while ago he put out a video saying how he is how he was set up, right? Oh wow, he's actually been putting out a lot of content. So, bleeding out my asshole, suck my balls, you hating bitch. Bleeding. Welcome to the website. Fuck you, James Bradbury. Fucking shit up at the range. Yeah, but last time EDP sat down with a AI Obama and tried to clear his name by having Obama ask him questions. Now, AI Obama did not do anything aside from placate to EDP, and for some reason EDP tried to pass himself off as an actor who was played wrong by the system. But that is not what happened. I have to see what Thirst Trappin' Bitches is, because that's just such a title. You mean every time we order coffee from you and you're putting your hands, aka your fingerprints, aka your DNA, on my bag of coffee, which means we can clone you? I mean, technically, yes. Also, make sure to like the stream since y'all are here, by the way, because I hear that helps for YouTube live streams. Okay, let's see what EDP has to say. Or the video could not play.
Oh, these are man, I swear to motherfucking God, bro. These attention-seeking, thirst-trapping ass bitches is fucking wild these days, my nigga. I'm on fucking Snapchat and shit chilling, right? And some fucking broad, some ditzy ass bitch posts up on her fucking story. Oh, you guys can't handle a plus-size girl.
Well, Chris, we're not even watching the most recent video. I'm watching from his backlog currently. I'm curious what EDP has to say about the thirst trap and hoes.
All you guys who can, you know, you motherfuckers are sleeping on me for real.
Why this site is running on like fucking glue.
Fuckers are sleeping a plus-size girl. For all you guys who can, you know, you motherfuckers are sleeping on me for real. With her nails and shit all done, you know what I mean? On some motherfucking, you know, attention-seeking ass shit. Titties and shit is all fucking out. Bras all popping out and shit, right? It's like, bitch, explain to me how the fuck we can't, you know, handle a plus-size girl.
Hold on. What? This is literally the shower thoughts of this man that he'd put this out onto the internet. And also, like, he's what? He's like 40-something? I mean, I guess people in their 40s can be using Snapchat now, but he's also, you know, an alleged nonce, so there's that. But what does being plus size have to do with any of that? I think he's about to explain, but just...
Again, every time, nigga, we send your motherfucking ass a dick pic, or we send you a picture of our motherfucker, or me particularly, I send you a picture of my fucking titties, me sucking up on my nipples, me saying I want to fuck the shit out of you, slide my fucking cock up in your coochie and shit. All of a sudden, nigga, you don't respond back.
Well, okay, EDP. You know, now this might strike you as a bit odd, but usually you can't randomly address women by saying you want to shove your cock inside their slippery pussy or something. Okay? Now, I mean, you know, color me surprised that women don't like to be accosted by strange men via a strange dick picture that they sent from their basement, all right? Plus size, undersize, oversized, medium size does not matter. Generally, in the art of rizzing, you don't want to open up by sending someone your cock. I've heard that tends to not go over well with the female populace. Now, I'm not, you know, some guru or master at understanding women, but I do know that that is probably a bad idea.
Oh, EDP, what the fuck, man? Ain't no bitch gonna sit back and respond to that shit. Okay, well, bitch, why you got your motherfucking titties?
Okay. There's a difference between, like, somebody who's got cleavage and somebody who's sending you pictures of her breasts. Oh, my God. Listen, I love when I talk about fat phobia and in response men say, well, how come I can't sexually harass you, huh? I mean, I don't know what men are saying that. I will say that. 2, I used to be like 330 plus pounds. I don't want to hear the fat phobia. I don't even want to fucking hear that word. Okay, personally. I've been there. I was fat. I used to get bullied for being overweight, right? Which I don't think we need to call it a phobia anything. But I will also say that after a long time of being fat, I was broke, right? And so what I would do is that I didn't have a car, but the gym was a quarter mile away. So I'd leave high school and I'd walk on the side of the road to the gym, right? Through the snow, rain, bad weather, all the time. And I would get made fun of for walking to the gym, right? Because I was broke. I'm still broke, don't get me wrong, but, cameras get cheaper, so it's easier to afford being broke with a camera tied to your face. But, it's you struggle to do that, and a lot of people use things like fat phobia as an excuse for not making positive changes in their life. I'm not saying everybody has to go out there and start fucking lifting weights. Like I'm a bodybuilder, but that's not for everyone. But taking more accountability for your personal health is never a bad thing. Whether or not you want to be like a parent or not, for example, but going up the stairs, right? I used to have trouble going up the stairs. I used to get winded going up the stairs. What's another example? I used to not be able to run a mile. My thighs and calves would hurt. My thighs would hurt because I was so fat that my thighs would move up against each other. And, thicker women in the audience, I know you feel that all the time. And I can even say now I'm 206 pounds, right? Even now at this weight, that still happens. I have to put like powder between my legs because I just got thick thighs. I'm a thick ass boy, right? But the reason I bring this up, and it's not to like single you out, Cassandra, is that when I lost weight, the things I thought would change weren't really things that changed, and also the things that mattered were things that really made a difference that I didn't realize were going to make a difference, right? Obviously, I'm not saying go ahead and bully fat people. That worked for me. It doesn't work for everyone, right? But doing those things to take positive accountability for your own personal health are really important because you don't want to be, my parents are in their 50s and they have like zero flexibility, zero joint mobility, and I really worry about what's going to happen in the next decade and two, and being overweight can affect those things quite a bit, so you want to be healthy about it, right? I'm not saying fucking torture yourself with fitness, but I think that's it's a good point for me to mention personally. I saw your fitness pics looking good. I mean, I'm not where I'd like to be. I'm very much not where I'd like to be, but I have very specific goals, right? Like I track all my calories. Like I'm in a cutting phase right now. It's really exhausting all the time, so my caffeine intake has gone up a lot. But like I measure my stuff out. I'm very particular. Not everybody has to do that. You don't need to make it so fucking complicated for your life. But if you do take like a month, 2 months, just see what you eat over a longer period of time and write that down. You can get like a general idea of what's going on, and like, it can help you make positive choices and changes. Diesel lost the weight and got the bag. Yeah, the only thing that changed for me is that I lost the weight. I'm still broke, cat, but was 200 in high school at about 140 now. I'm glad most of my classmates don't recognize me. See, and see, Cassandra, and I don't know that you're disabled. See, I didn't know that. But, things like that can affect disability as well, all that stuff. Usually you can talk to a doctor about that. So a reason that my bill for college is so expensive, and this is another tangent, I'm sorry. I like going on tangents. If you ever watch me on Twitch, this is why. So when I was in college, I was a dual major, right? I originally was a dual major for game design and exercise science. And you might be going, Diesel, those two things have nothing in common, and you're right. So all it did was cause me a lot of extra work. So I would put on the scrubs, I would play with cadavers, I would do the exercise science stuff, right? And so you learn a lot about how these things work. I had wanted to work with the like for health and nutrition, like the mentally handicapped communities, right? So people that might struggle with eating because they just don't understand it, or they live in an assisted living situation, but they don't have necessarily, they're not like in a wheelchair or anything. But that's what I did on top of game design stuff. And then I left that in the middle of that, and that was a really bad decision. And then I went to film school. And then I got really, really expensive bills and COVID happened. But if I'm talking like generally, like, you know, for the general populace, you know, like a majority of people are not like in a position where they can't work out or they can't take another extra 2,000 steps in a day or something like that. My weight is stagnant, 20 pounds above where it should be because I'm stressed and some health issues, personal choices too. Can't wait to get back on track. And hey, I had like a good year where I put on 20 pounds. So in another universe, Private Coach Diesel could have been a reality. It was really close to being a reality. And I mean, if YouTube doesn't work out for me, I mean, maybe I'll just go get my certification as a personal trainer because it would just be a fun job to do. Because then I'd be working with the elderly because those are the majority of people who take personal training, at least at big box gyms. They're the only ones that will afford it. But yeah, right after a personal death, I put on like 20 pounds, Nani, and it was really bad. It's crazy what like a little bit of weight can make. And everybody stretch, says Eve. Eve, you see, here's the thing. My back is fucked up because I'm in this chair all day. One guy gave me his Herbalife personal trainer card when he was my Uber driver. Don't talk to that guy. Don't call him back. He's wrong. I don't know what he's educated in, but it sure as hell ain't fitness. But yeah, the Herbalife guy, stay away from him. Never get near him. Let's see. I got him again a second time. Did he give you a second Herbalife card? Like, that's the worst position to get, like, an Herbalife guy, you know, is you're trapped in an Uber. Like, he's got to pitch you his Herbalife because he thinks he's going to be an entrepreneur with that MLM, you know? Like that's horror. That's like I don't like Ubers who talk to you, but that's like 10 times worse. That's even worse. Like he's gonna pitch you Herbalife, and all of it's expensive. Yeah, that is the like. Well, Herbalife is a MLM, right? They target like the Hispanic community pretty hard. Yes, he did. I was ready to jump out. I just wanted to get back home from work. Had a girl break my heart. COVID happened immediately afterwards, and I lost my mom and dog to cancer. Gained 90 pounds in the past few years, and need to start working out again. Slaw, talk to me. I can help you. Plus you're a homie, so I'd like you to feel happy about your body, even if shit feels shitty. And yes, Herbalife does do the weird smoothies and shit. Yeah, so Herbalife, yeah, but the guy who runs Herbalife, Medi, right? He would get spray tans and he learned to speak Spanish so he could do pitches to the Spanish community, right? Like he literally got like the orange, you know, that tan, and he would do speaking engagements in Spanish. Yeah, and Herbalife is in telenovelas. We've gotten so fucking off topic. I fucking hate Herbalife. I have an old video on Herbalife. I need to remake it. Anyway, the great political philosopher EDP 445, who no habla español. Yo hablo español un pequeño y yo estudio español en Duolingo. I think I'm doing that correctly. If somebody's gonna correct me in the comments, please go easy on me. I'm learning. All right. I watched Blair's video on that, honestly. You know, it's really funny talking about Blair. She used to follow me as well, but it was when she had that all big like falling out with commentary that she like dropped me and like everyone else. Like I just knew of her, but I just found that really funny. It was one of those really funny unfollows. Anyway, we're so off topic. Enough Blair. I have a video coming out in Blair in like the next day or two. Excuse me. I hope that wasn't too horrific for you. All right, but we gotta listen to the whatchamacallit, the political musings of EDP 445.
Holy shit, man. So my motherfucking main nigga, Chris Tyson.
Okay, first of all, Chris is not your main anything. He's not your main neighbor, your main anything. What have you done to be dropped? I have a positive relationship with people who don't like Blair.
Supports child porn.
Whoa. Okay, so EDP, we don't know. We don't know that. More often, Chris probably isn't. You aren't, as Xanderhall puts it, in the Edge community. I don't know, fucking, I'm friendly with Nicholas the Oreo. I think that puts me in the Edge community.
He's into that freak ass shit. We gotta protect our youth.
This is so funny. Okay, first of all, you're the guy who went to go hook up with a girl who's like what, 13 allegedly, right? You thought she was 13. Protect youth. You're who we need to protect the youth from, EDP. Like takes one to know one, EDP. Exactly, lovely lemon ice, exactly.
We gotta protect our kids and our goddaughters and our nephews and our nieces and our cousins from weird ass freak motherfuckers like this. You feel me?
EDP, are you serious? Hello, pot calling the kettle. Hello. Oh man. The weird, you know, the funny part is that like there's an above 0% chance that like EDP got his like reference information from either the Sunny V2 video or maybe he watched like the Shadman Turkey Tom video, you know, and that was it. And he just read the Dexerto article mentioning it.
If you guys don't know who the fuck Chris Tyson is, Chris Tyson is a
Cassandra, I think he has a goddaughter, which is why he mentioned that. And he's like close with that family. Probably not anymore. I wouldn't let him near my children. But yeah.
Transgender. I got nothing against gays. I got nothing
I hate where this is going. You know, my favorite statements on the internet. I have nothing against blank minority group, but despite making up only 10% of the population, isn't it crazy how most of the Turians commit most of the crimes? Commander Shepard, you can't say that.
It's transgenders, nigga. If you want to chop your fucking dick off, split that shit down the middle like a Polish sausage and turn that motherfucker into a pussy through plastic surgery, you go right the fuck ahead. Whatever you do, that's your fucking decision. I don't give a shit. It ain't my fucking life. Why do I give a fuck?
EDP says trans rights in like the least nice way, I guess.
When you start having an influence on the kids, on our youth, that's where I got a big fucking problem. You know what I mean? And so, Chris Tyson,
well, like, here's the thing, EDP, is that when people watch a Mr. Beast video, they don't go, I want to be Mr. Beast's sidekick, Chris Tyson. They go, I want to be EDP. Not EDP. No. Back it up. I want to be Mr. Beast. They don't say they want to be the sidekick, you know? I mean, he's coming to this discussion in completely bad faith, chat, right? So it's I don't need to argue these points. They're pretty self-evident and ridiculous. But I'm doing it for the sake of comedy.
With Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is one of the most popular YouTubers out there with over 150 million goddamn subscribers. Holy fucking shit. Chris Tyson and Mr. Beast, they took a picture. I believe it's the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards or some bullshit like that. Chris Tyson, he was seen kissing his son on the lips.
Did that happen? I need an optics check on that. I mean, you know, like, Tom Brady has, like, weird makeout sections with his son. I mean, like... Oh, man.
My nigga, it's your son. Me personally, that is some suspect ass freak fucking shit.
He does not have a kid.
Where I'm getting the whole child porn shit at is Chris Tyson is friends with somebody named, I think his name is Shadman.
No, he's not friends with Shadman. Oh, no. Oh my god. Why is EDP even talking about this? Because he desperately wants to remain relevant. Imagine having a child predator preach to you about child safety. Well, you know, there's like, you've seen people like this. You know, not that EDP, like the exact example of EDP, but you see people who are like, for example, the people who are like vehemently anti-racist right up until the point where somebody who's a minority disagrees with them, right? You've seen that person. That person exists. Fucking EDP is playing like this whole shtick right now because he's trying to save his credibility. You know, in his video where he was interviewed by AI Obama, he talks about how him being exposed, rightfully I might add, as a nonce, ruined his life, and how his family dropped him, how he's not able to hold a job or able to live consistently, and is like all over the place, right? And all that shit. You know, you'll see it from people that are like, I am not this thing, and all of a sudden behind the scenes they do like that thing and more. I mean, Jesus Christ, guys, we just covered Blair, and she is literally that kind of person who's like, I am not this kind of person. And then she is that kind of person, and then some. People who live in glass houses really shouldn't be messaging minors and decrying the myth of trans grooming. Yeah, he's just thirsty for attention. This is a weird mention of Shadman. Invoking the name of Shadman, who is currently in prison, I believe. Not for like CP or anything like that. Drug charges, I think Shadman's in jail for. you're generally you're just not gonna see anybody arrested for having like a drawing of an underage character. I just that's not I've never seen that happen, and Shadman definitely was not the first. So anyway, let's see what he has to say. Shadman again? No, Shadman's been in prison for a couple of years now. From what I recall, like how many years was it? It's been a couple of years that he's been in jail. Prison, excuse me, is a big difference. Please, for the love of God, EDP, just get a tripod. But no, he's trying to hide his, you know, he's a big guy. He's like 400 pounds. He's got to hide that, you know. I think it was assault. Was it assault? I'll check that in a second. But I want to get through the video first. Chris goes by any pronouns. I try to use they if I remember, just because I don't want somebody to watch this 40 years from now and then think that I'm being like optically bad or something, you know. So in some countries, lolly and shota are illegal. Yeah, well, it's technically on the books illegal here in the United States, but like nobody's ever been prosecuted or charged. So it's like one of those like on the books things that just never, you know, gets like taken charge of or anything like that. We will be bullying Mizkiff again soon, Moist Teeth. I think distributing is different than drawing though, right? I don't know. Fucking everybody on the internet that gets involved in this debate all of a sudden becomes a lawyer the second the topic comes up. That's the problem with having the discussion about it, is that nobody really has a good answer because nothing has really happened. And I think that's probably the best answer to give. But you're going to hear EDP give his take on it in a couple seconds.
Chadman, whatever the fuck his name is. And Chris Tyson and Shadman, excuse me, they're into Lolicon. And if you guys don't know what Lolicon is basically my nigga, the way I'm gonna describe it, Lolicon is basically Japanese manga that is little kids getting fucked and getting sexually abused and sexually fucking molested by goddamn by their older parents through anime Japanese manga and the fucking weird ass freak ass emo comic book type shit. You know what I mean?
Chadman, he called him Chadman. Oh my god. Oh my god. Travis, it's more of a moral issue, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a strong take on it. My rule of thumb for the lolicon thing is that if it looks like a kid and talks like a kid, it's a kid. You know, like looks like a kid, looks like a duck, quacks like a duck type shit. So that's emo comic books. You know, but there's like if you guys follow commentary lore, there's this like really annoying circular argument about what is and isn't it. And my rule of thumb is that when I see it, I know what it is, but you can't ask me to define it. You know what I mean? EDP probably knows what lolicon is because he's probably into it.
You know, like you get like the manga, the Japanese manga, little comics and shit like that. You know what I mean? That's basically what the fuck lolicon is. You feel me? By the way, lolicon is actually illegal in the United States.
This is like what? Like you understand the laws behind this, EDP? EDP really trying to pretend he isn't into lolicon, saying, "Oh no, this skippily dressed child is 10,000 years old."
Any adult that supports this nasty ass, disgusting fucking shit, something is fucking wrong with you. Go get fucking help. We gotta keep our fucking kids and our youth away from motherfuckers like Chris Tyson.
Wait, hold on. Like, you're trying to make an equivalency statement between people who like lolicon and people who are trans. That's not applicable. Like, yeah, there could be pedophiles who are trans, but being trans does not make you a pedophile, EDP. What if he's against the lolly because he prefers a real little girls? Oh my god.
In Shadman and whoever the fuck supports goddamn Lolicon. I have a hard time getting my fucking dick hard.
He has no idea who Shadman is. That's the thing. Like, he doesn't have any idea who the fuck Shadman is. Like, saying Shadman's name is like invoking Chris Chan's name. Like, it's invoking a demon of the internet. Like, like we're talking about a storied piece of internet history with Shadman. Like, Shadman is such a loaded term of a person. It's like another loaded Newgrounds guy is Stamper, right? If you guys know who Stamper is, you're like, oh fuck, Diesel mentioned Stamper. Wouldn't he be trans off his own argument? Yeah, but he's said, Travis, that he is not a pedophile. His argument for him not being a pedophile is that he just isn't one. Please trust me.
When I'm watching motherfucking porn and bitches are 20 years old, 19, 20 years old, I'm like, fuck that, man. I need a bitch that got some fucking wrinkles upon her fucking pussy, my nigga. I'm into that motherfucking granny porn.
Oh, okay, EDP. Not only is EDP not into kids, he's actually into geriatric women. Who's Stamper? I can't even begin to describe that in a short term at all. But he's from the Newgrounds days, so this is, I'm invoking old lore, okay, ancient history in terms of the internet. Forget about all that. You know, Low Tax, and who's the guy who was with Low Tax all the time? Who had like a very high pitched voice. That's from the Something Awful forums, and I can't even remember his name. Shit, I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, that other guy got outed as a nonce too. Not Low Tax. Low Tax blew his brains out recently. Old internet lore. Sorry, I can't explain it all to you today. Both Chris and EDP like guilt. Schmorky, thank you. Plastron, thank you. Schmorky. I know who Low Tax is. Okay. Thank you.
Nigga, I'm into motherfucking MILFs. I'm into cougars, you know what I mean?
I mean, EDP, I can tell you as a man of culture that I do appreciate a MILF, but for some reason, I just can't believe that you're into MILFs. You don't seem like the type that's into MILFs based off of your former actions. Yeah, I think Schmorky claimed to be agender, but I'm not entirely sure. Again, that's all super... I like... You know when like stuff is so old that your memory is like fuzzy on it? I only know of like some of the stuff that happened recently with Low Tax because of a Bedhead Bernie video. I don't like kids, actually. I like grannies. Take that, libtards.
Like, bitch, you need a bush on your motherfucking pussy, my nigga, in order for me to get off to that shit. I just don't understand how adults get off to little kids. You know what I mean? 10, 11, 12 years old, this motherfucker Chris Tyson.
My brother in Christ, you literally, like, got in your car and drove to meet a girl to get a cupcake from her when she was a child. Like, bruh, you can't beat those allegations. You can't beat them. You just can't. You're literally caught red-handed.
He tweeted a fucking he retweeted Chadman, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So okay. What Chris Tyson did is a long time ago. Chris Tyson bought a printout of Lolicon from Shadman, right? It was like the Zoomer girl drawing that Shadman did. So the girl had like a fidget spinner and like a jewel, and she was clearly drawn underage. And Shadman's made fun of the whole like, well, she's 10,000 years old argument, right? By having her hold like an ID that said I'm 18 or something. Didn't he send a dick pic to a girl he thought was underage? Maybe. I don't know if that was the same one. He thinks he can use the Uno reverse card like the Men in Black memory wipe. Well, if he keeps saying that he's not into children, maybe eventually people will believe him. I mean, I'm not believing it. I don't think he's on the money yet. Maybe it was that whole cupcake incident.
He retweeted something that said, damn, she looks good for a 4-year-old. It's like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you, my nigga? Like, obviously you're fucked in the head. Like my nigga Samuel L. Jackson said, my nigga, not all your fucking dogs are barking. Something's fucking wrong with you, my nigga.
Who are we talking about, EDP? We're talking about you here, bro. Not all your dogs are barking, you fucking goober. Did Chris know what Shadman did? Like, were they aware of the Lolicon thing? Really, I mean, optically, I think it was just a different time on the internet where everybody, like, even Etika was like, oh, why the fuck we talking about these girls' age? Like, she's fake. Like, if she got nice titties, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's a quote by that from Etika. It was just a different time on the internet. Shadman's drawings, even back then, pushed the line. Nowadays would not fly at all, but back then it was more like edgy, like I'm fuck you the man type thing. These days absolutely not. I mean, what is it, fucking the artist Kyrie on Twitter, they get like mad shit for making like edgy drawings of like Spy X Family photos and shit like that. It's Pavlov's dog situation. If he says it enough times, he'll believe it.
You know what I mean? Obviously something's wrong with you, my nigga, because you're fucking transgender and you decide...
Oh my god. Whoa, EDP. We can't say the quiet part out loud like that. That's not appropriate. You just said, oh, because he's transgender. Again, a stupid argument. If this is like the same thing as me saying, well, of course he robbed the bank. It's because he's this minority group. Like that's literally all EDP is saying here. That's how bad the argument is. It doesn't take like a Destiny level master debater to figure it out. You have to remember this was back when Shane Dawson was popular for his racist jokes. Oh man, Shane Dawson.
To chop your fucking dick off, split that bitch down the middle like a polar sausage, my nigga, and make that motherfucker into a pussy. You're entitled to live life the way that you want to motherfucking live, you feel me? But when you start, putting your transgender ways and beliefs onto our kids who are like...
What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, okay. There are problematic transgender creators out there, but Chris Tyson is not one of them. Guys, like, could you imagine, chat, if it was like EDP versus Keffels? Like, imagine that. Oh my god, my head would explode. Oh my god, bro.
Super young, super vulnerable. They don't fucking know any better, you know what I mean? That's where I have a motherfucking problem. That's where I have the fucking issue. You know what I mean? And Mr. Beast, motherfucker, let me tell you something, bro. Nigga, by you hanging out with this nigga, Chris Tyson and Shadman and all this shit, now I know, I'm not sure.
He's talking about it like fucking Chris Tyson's like best homies with Shadman. Like they know each other on a first name basis. Like you'd have to be an idiot to not understand what's going on here. Like they don't know each other. They never knew each other. Oh my god. EDP versus Blair White, god. I mean, EDP versus anybody, right? Could you imagine EDP gets into the manosphere? You're like, oh my gosh.
If Mr. Beast hangs out with Shadman, but you damn sure hang out with Chris Tyson, you feel me? Now, by you hanging out with Chris Tyson, my nigga, that's not a good fucking look, bro. And trust me when I tell you this, my nigga. I know you might think that you're fucking invincible now and you can't be touched. You got all these fucking endorsements and shit like that. Trust me, my nigga, that shit can be yanked away just the fuck like that. You feel me? And by you hanging out with this nigga, bro, you're putting all that motherfucking shit in jeopardy. Now, what I don't understand is, and you know, it's like, going back to the whole lolicon thing, I just don't understand, like, how grown-ass men, grown-ass adults get off to little kids, you feel me, depictions of little kids. I don't give a fuck if it's, oh, well, it's Japanese manga, and it's...
That's not even what the argument in defense of it is. Like, how is he defending, like, both, he presents both arguments so bad. Like, I could do a better job arguing it than him. That's how bad he's doing right now.
Comic books, you can twist and you can turn that fucking shit however fucking way you want to fucking turn it, my nigga, to make you not look like a goddamn freak. But at the end of the day, my nigga, lolicon is a form of fucking child porn. And the fact...
But then why did you go to try and rizz up a 13, 14-year-old girl, okay, and then go to pick up her cupcake, EDP? Would you like to address that? Oh, no, you were set up. Oh, you were acting. All right, buddy. Okay, keep talking.
Fact that you over here liking that shit, nothing gets my knob cranking more than some goddamn lolly. Damn, she look good for a 14-year-old. Damn, she's sexy as fuck for a 4-year-old. Oh my god, I will like my nigga. What? Like my nigga. Like I go back to this, okay? Everybody has their own fetishes.
Okay, EDP. Okay, everybody's got their own fetishes. What are you into, EDP? Oh, yeah, okay. Look at this face. Look at this face. Oh my god. How does he even have a platform still? He doesn't have a platform. He has to self-host these videos on a website. Okay? We're not on YouTube. This is a face right here. I like this.
Everybody has their own type of shit that they get off to. You feel me? But child porn is where I draw the motherfucking line, bro. Child porn, nigga, fucking the Incestables, Dora the Explorer is getting fucked.
What the fuck is Incestables? What is that? What are you talking about, bro? I actually have no idea what he's talking about. Did he just name off like a lolicon dojin? Is that what he just described? Like a Western dojin?
By a nigga with a 9-inch fucking cock, look like a fucking getting fucked by a rhino dick and shit. It's like,
okay. All right, EDP. You look up like what? Monster X Schoolgirl? What are you doing?
I can't support that shit, bro.
Oh wait, it's a Shadman comment? Okay.
Chris Tyson, Shadman, go get fucking help. And by the way, these tweets, they're on fucking Twitter. I retweeted all of this shit, so it's not like the fucking tweets are fake. This shit is still out there on Twitter, my nigga. So, y'all can miss me with the bullshit. This is fucking real. I am not making this shit up.
Well, only EDP could give such an interesting take on the hot button issue of Lolicon, Chris Tyson, and Mr. Beast. Okay, EDP. Oh my god, bro. Uh, who follows EDP on Twitter? Hold on, let's go to his Twitter right now. I'll pull up his Twitter. We'll read some of his tweets. I am certain we can find them. All right. Of course. If it's CP, why spread it even more? He's trying to do his due diligence, okay, Naughty? He's looking out for the common man by telling them exactly where to get it. You know, I actually have I have another thing we'll cover in a second, right? But yeah, here's his Twitter. I want a piece of that New England ass, says EDP. One of the things I hate is being interrupted when I'm trying to talk. Like, bitch, are you gonna let me talk, or will you continue to keep cutting me off? Fuck 2 Super Bowls. He's talking about football. I love Andrew Tate. I fucks my man's heavy, lol. Let's see. Damn, he's talking about a lot of basketball. And yeah. There's him responding to the Shadman tweets. Chris responded. So yikes. Anyway, in case you're curious, Shadman is currently in prison. So there's that. Will you be responding to the Sunny V2 video on Chris? What hasn't been said about it already that, like, everybody said? I'm not going to retread ground, so that's not the reason. That's why we're not looking at it, right? Like, everybody said the video is bad and stupid and whatever the fuck, so I don't need to. You got a weird username. Maybe it's an evade. Well, his @ is Big Sexy EDP445, and Bryant Moreland is his full name, I think. Yeah, I know. He keeps tweeting about anime girls, that Andrew Tate. Something's rough going on with him. He's been in jail for a bit, hasn't he? Yeah, he's been in jail for a bit. Anyway, if we go over to the EDP website, we'll notice some things, right? So if I wanted to, I could buy his gigantic bulletproof vest. Because if you didn't know, EDP was a security guard, right? You got a custom video shout out. There are plenty of sickos in the world just like him. Hold on, I can't see your tweet your chat. There are plenty of sickos in the world just like him, so that's got to be his following. I mean, for EDP or Shad? I mean, everybody followed Shad because he was like one of those people who always ended up in shit. He legally changed his name to Dione Scott Wilson Eason. So EDP changed his name? Holy shit. Let's see. Honestly, guys, should I buy it? It's $100. It won't fit me. I can also book an hour-long interview for $100 with EDP. Could I do it? On one hand, this would be very funny. That's full body armor on you. You could use it like a parachute. Honestly, like, hold on. Does it list the size here? I don't even know if this would work. Like, it looks really fucking cheap. Like, really cheap. But he was a security guard. That is true. He actually also had listed his play button, right? And I really wish I bought it. He wouldn't answer anything you asked. I know, but it would be funny. Think of the content. Think of the content. He's desperate, so he'll do it. And if not, I'll charge back. You know? Did you hear about EDP having kidney failure? Yeah, I did. Might be funding something weird he has planned that you buy EDP stuff. No, so he makes no money now. He's like broke. He's like selling all of his belongings to make ends meet. That's how broke he is. I don't know if his 100K plaque is worth 225K though. You know? Same thing for the other one. That's not $500. I feel like that's cheap for a play button. I know. I wonder who bought it. Have Smaggle do the interview. That'd be so funny. Oh my god. Smaggle does the interview. Oh, he also has live streams, but he only has one. That's lame. There's nothing here on the EDP website. Such a shame. All right. Let's pull up this next piece of internet drama. We're talking about a friend of Diesel's. And by friend, I mean mortal enemy who doesn't know I exist, but I hate him anyway. So we all know who Mizkiff is, right? I don't need to give a TLDR. I'm going to give a little TLDR, though, actually, since, you know, this is content. All right, so in case you don't know, Mizkiff is one of the owners and co-founders of OTK, a streaming organization primarily based around WoW. A couple of months ago now, actually a couple of months, was it a year ago? How long has it been? You're robbing us of content if you don't get Smaggle. Smaggle, that's going to be written on Smaggle's tombstone, okay? That fucking line from him. Diesel, do you have how little idea that narrows it down? Yeah, anyway, okay. So Mizkiff, basically, homeboy, co-founder of OTK, and allegedly covered up an SA allegation regarding a friend known as Crazy Slick, who he helped facilitate be a bit of a sussy individual. So basically, he helped cover up a sex pest type guy, allegedly. Got to make sure to sprinkle those in as we get through this, right? So there was a bit of a sex pest scandal there with a woman known as Adriana Lee. Adriana Lee is now suing OTK and by proxy Mizkiff for how they handled that in civil court, which means that she's probably going to make a humongous bag. Adriana Lee got blackballed by the community of Twitch based off of what happened. Nobody wanted to believe her at the time, but it turns out it was true. Allegedly. Crazy Slick was let go from OTK. Mizkiff stepped away from streaming for a couple of months. And then on New Year's Eve, on a holiday, Mizkiff, his return is announced. While everybody is away and the news cycle is shut down, Mizkiff comes back and OTK announces that Mizkiff will be coming back. This is despite Mizkiff's poor behavior up until the point where there was action taken by the corporate entity that is OTK. Now, allegedly, and now this is just stuff I've heard through the grapevine, a lot of big Twitch streamers have management companies and cleanup crews who make sure to do the work and clean it up on the back end. You guys ever see Succession? Think like Succession, right? So that's what happened. Rinny in the chat. Stimkey, hi. Good morning, Rinny. I wonder how often that happens in YouTube spaces. Honestly, it doesn't happen that much. I think Mizkiff is much more of an outlier. I think a lot of people, based on what I cover and the drama sphere and all that, they think all YouTubers are like psychotic sexual maniacs and like fucking sex pest predators, and that's just not the case. That's not the reality of the situation. I understand, ha ha ha, we throw that shit at Dream. I don't think Dream is that. But Mizkiff is an example of one of those things. There's a humongous lore and like story behind it, right? I've been up. Lol, how's the stream? It's all right. It's okay. It's going good. But yeah. So there's a humongous lore with Mizkiff. This is not his first time in the hot seat. This is about his fourth time. So he's a bit of a controversial guy. Unfortunately, it usually involves him being shitty to women. So of course it's gonna get a lot of attention. Especially because these women sometimes do end up in positions of power at OTK. Like Emiru, I think, was promoted to a board member at OTK recently because they were trying to like cover their asses after the whole Sex Pest scandal. So that's not good. My theory has been that Mizkiff and Emiru were dating. And my evidence for that is that I just get a vibe. And I'm sorry, I know people hate it when I do that. I just think they were. Maybe Diesel heard something. Maybe Diesel didn't. Diesel's not going to say. But I'm going to read these messages, and we'll see. Right? All right. So here's Mizkiff to Emiru. And in case you're curious, that's Emiru right there. So Mizkiff says, you literally lift your legs like a cheerleader multiple times, stick a bottle between your legs, and play with it. Farm those parasocial people by doing this content in the first place after claiming to me you don't want these weirdos, and you hate this community, and hate the just chatting community. I think what Mizkiff is talking about is the Poggers community. Source, it was revealed to me in a dream. Usually... Okay, sometimes when I say I get a vibe, it's actually a vibe. Sometimes when I get a vibe, it means somebody told me something in private. So anyway, that's Mizkiff saying something. Emiru responds, I genuinely don't think of things like that as sexual when I'm doing it, especially since I'm wearing pajama pants, but I will stop. Okay, lol. I do dislike having to always make content for those types of viewers, but I thought this was something that would be easy and low effort. Go to sleep on stream. Clearly that's not one we've talked about. Or you know how bad, is bad to do. Yes. I've heard that 1,000 times, so done with this. I don't believe you at all. I'm not trying to attract weird people. I'm sorry. Bullshit, says Mizkiff. I don't think of things the same way. Right? So when we look at these messages, what do you guys think is going on? Because to me, this doesn't sound like a boss berating an employee, right? This sounds like a boyfriend who's mad, right? He's mad with men on the internet fiending for his girl. Or it's an ex who's mad at his ex, and they still work together. Which one is this in this case? Just a vibe or not just a vibe? Not just a vibe. Why is he being so controlling? Well, that's the question I'm begging here, right? I mean, this is clearly like a jealous BF ex, you know? Seems a bit personal, right? It does seem personal. Seems a little different, a little odd, right? And here's what's really funny about this, though, right? This came out, and it was posted on Dexerto, right? They posted it from LSF. Very jealous boyfriend or friend-zoned guy. Could be either one of those, 100%. Mizkiff has, like, beautiful women with him all the time, but he doesn't really strike me as the guy that can, like, rizz a girl up or that is charming at all. But I understand the Mizkiff fans think he's the hottest thing ever in the history of ever. But this was posted to LSF, Reddit, and then it ended up on Dexerto. So Dexerto posted this thing, and then they took it down without any comment. Now, Dexerto is like BuzzFeed for the influencer world, so they cover influencer news. And it's really strange that they took down this story about Miz. I don't know why they would do that, but yeah, it's not a really good look to try and hide information or for stories like this to get swept under the rug, because then it just means people like me end up adding to it. I mean, Mizkiff is like ugly. Yeah, I think he's ugly too. I don't think he's really handsome. So this guy called Autism Takes, which is like a logger for the Poggers community, made a post about it, and that's what initially blew this up. What does Riz mean? You want to like Riz is Zoomer for game. You know, if you got game, you got Riz.
So Emeru like leaked some like DMs with her and Mizkiff on stream, saying like you literally lift your legs like a cheerleader multiple times, and like I don't know, Mizkiff was like saying shit like this. And Emeru's like, I generally don't think of things like that as a sexual when I'm doing it, especially since I'm wearing pajama.
I think he's
pants,
just
but
reading
I'll
the same
stop.
tweets that I just read, or
And,
the
like,
same
And
messages.
then Mizkiff goes on to say like, heard that 1,000 times, so done with this. I don't believe you at all. I'm not trying to attract to weird people. I'm sorry, bullshit. I don't think of things the
Yeah.
same way.
But I just think it's
So
very
Emeru, like,
interesting that I'll give some like, you know, I'm just giving some food for thought about this. This story doesn't really go anywhere. This is just out there, and I like a chance at dog on Mizkiff. I do find it very interesting that it went down. Yeah, there's also been allegation that Mizkiff is on steroids, and I mean the guy does like 225 for reps at bench. You could easily hit that natural. He is a little short, but he is built. He's clearly been lifting for years, and it's easier to get super shredded when you have money. So there's that. But yeah. Riz is just game for Zoomers.
Deem of it, it's sexual harassment, whatever. At a low scale, it's not really a big deal. I don't think people really gave a shit and really cared. I'm gonna turn this off if you're gonna be like this. I'll just turn it off.
Whoops. Yeah, so another common Mizkiff L. And there seems to be an accumulating amount of clips of him that are bad. There are other stories that got pushed under the rug about Mizkiff in the past, so it's one of those things that just keeps going and going and going. Oh, I got tagged in these messages too by another A-logger. Oh my god, they pinned my video. They pinned my fucking video. Oh man. Yeah, I've ended up on LSF a couple of times for me being uncharitable to Mizkiff. And I'm still uncharitable to Mizkiff. I think the guy's a fucking dick. I think he needs to be put in his place. I think he's a bitch-ass motherfucker, okay? But yeah, I got tagged in it again. It keeps happening. Did I get tagged in anything else? No, I did not get tagged in anything else, which is good because it means that the news cycle is nice and calm today. Some days it gets really crazy, like the Illuminati shit, but then most days it's been pretty chill, you know. But I do wish for the downfall of Mizkiff, everybody. I hope he gets L danced on. I am not a fan. Why is the 4chan frog pinning your videos? Have you guys been on Twitch? Do you know how much Pepe is there? Like Pepiga and Apustaya, you know? Pepe the Frog's been reclaimed thanks to Twitch. Liking Mizkiff is such a dumb hill to die on. It really is. Some of these guys, like... Here, let's see if I can find one. Yeah, I can't find it right now. Oh, here we go. Is this it? No. Let's check the replies. Nope. Damn. Like, Mizkiff seems like a kid in school that would enjoy eating lunch in a toilet stall. Oh, I don't. He comes off as kind of like basic normie type fella, you know what I mean? I'm doing what EDP did, where he's like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I hate that. I make it a point to not feel passionately about any influencer. I mean, that's definitely the right way to go about it. I mean, some people, right, get really, really attached because they're like inside all day, all the time. I need to add, like, I wish I had a thumbnail that had my boy Mizkiff in it, but I just have one for EDP today. L. Ah. Damn. Okay, so chat, everybody. Here we go. Next story. I don't know how many of you follow follow the commentary community. What do you expect me to do? Touch grass in this economy? I don't know how many of you follow the commentary community, but there is a podcast of some homies who have been covering Tipster. If you don't know who Tipster is, he's a guy in the community, right? But what makes him different is that he's like very, what's the word? Tipster's very bitch made. And in the sense that I mean, he'll like be really close friends with like random women, right? Which is fine. Like I got friends who are women on the internet too. But what makes Tipster interesting is that he will disavow his friends when some random chick he barely talks to talks about him. Just use the thumbnail from your previous Mizkiff videos. I make a point not to keep up for the sake of my sanity. Anyway, Tipster has recently had a falling out with the commentary community. It has not been good. He has been ribbed on relentlessly. I might say a little bit justified because he's very wishy-washy with his statements and beliefs, right? But one of the memes that has started about Tipster, right, is the goth mommies. Now, don't get me wrong. I like MILFs. I like goths. I mean, I also like tomboys and goblins. I'm a man of many tastes. But, like, Tipster's married, and then also he makes it, like, really not cool. You know, honestly, maybe this is, like, a hot take, and excuse me for having a hot take, but Tipster, I barely know her. But I feel like Tipster would get away with his behavior more if he was like more attractive or more confident, but he's not. I only know of him because of that creep show thing. Well, he's had a falling out, and as a result, his goth mommies are fighting, and it's very bad. Now, I said I would raid Now Recording, who is currently doing a goth mommy tier list, which the goth mommies are very annoyed about, but they also played into this meme. So, like, it's a big, like, lol cow circle jerk where everybody thinks they're, like, their shit don't stink, but, like, everybody's shit stinks, right? But I wanted to raid Now Recording, but it's not letting me raid Now Recording now, which is cringe. Oh, wait. I found it. All right. Here. Anyway, I'm sending you all to Now Recording right now. Because they're based. So. All over some guy named Tipster. Tipster's not even hot. Wait, there's women fighting over him? Well, there's women fighting about being included in the tier list. Right? So that's what's happening. And there's blood sports that is going to be happening because two women that are in the tier list are mad about being in a tier list. So now there's going to be a physical debate that's happening. You should raise Miz. I don't get enough viewers to raid Miz for it to be funny. Plus, I'd get banned from Twitch. Wow, I've never been in a raid. But yes, I am going to end a stream, and I've set up the redirect to send you over to Now Recording. So tell them Diesel says hi. They're a little edgy, but I think we can handle it because I think we're all adults here. And I do like Core and Matt Pitt. They're my favorites. I don't know D-Max, but they're all nice guys. So yes, please enjoy your time with them. Tell them Diesel sent you. I understand a little bit of a short stream, but I'm trying to keep this consistent and keep us up to date with the tea here on the internet. But yes, so take care. And yeah, I know. I'm getting rebranded soon. Okay, I'm getting rebranded soon, guys. So there'll be new branding for everything eventually. But yes, take care, be well, all that jazz. Thank you all for coming out.